All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to embark on a 3-day visit to Gujarat from today to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth over 14,500 crore rupees. PM to declare Modhera as India's first 24/7 solar-powered village. Election Commission freezes Shiv Sena's bow and arrow symbol, asks Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray camps to choose new symbol. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to inaugurate a conference of superintendents of police at Dergaon in Assam this evening. IMD warns of heavy rain in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and East Rajasthan during next 2 days. Eid Milad-un-Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, is being celebrated today. India's leading queuist Pankaj Advani wins gold medal at IBSF World Billiards Championship in Kuala Lumpur. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in second ODI in Ranchi this afternoon. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a 3-day visit to Gujarat beginning today. During his visit, the Prime Minister will dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth over 14,500 crore rupees in Gujarat. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister will begin his 3-day visit with the Sun Temple village Modhera, where he is scheduled to launch and lay the foundation stone for various infrastructure projects related to railway, roads and other public facilities. PM will declare village Modhera as country's first 24/7 solar power village. Mr. Modi will visit Modeshwari Goddess Temple and a historic Sun Temple in the evening. Tomorrow morning, Mr. Modi will dedicate and lay the foundation stone for various projects worth rupees 8,000 crore at Amod in Bharuch district. The projects include Gujarat's first bulk drug park. Mr. Modi will also lay the foundation stone for various industrial parks, including 4 tribal parks in the state. PM is scheduled to address a rally in Anand. In the noon, he'll inaugurate the phase 1 of Modi Shaikshnik Sankul, an educational complex for needy students in Ahmedabad. In the evening, PM will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone for projects worth rupees 1,460 crore in Jamnagar. These projects relate to irrigation, power, water supply and urban infrastructure. On Tuesday, PM will address a rally at Jamkandona in Rajkot. In the noon, Mr. Modi will dedicate and lay the foundation stones for various healthcare facilities of around 1,300 crore rupees at Asarwa Civil Hospital in Ahmedabad. He'll dedicate country's largest kidney hospital at Civil Medicity to the nation. Aparna Khun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
In Madhya Pradesh, a 7-day festival has been organized in Ujjain to connect the common people with the inauguration ceremony of Mahakal Lok. The Sri Mahakal Lok in the world-famous Mahakaleshwar Temple, Ujjain, will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday. More from our correspondent.
A new logo and Mahakal song has also been prepared for the inauguration ceremony. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and many ministers have made Mahakal Lok logo as the DP of their social media profiles. At the same time, the teaser of a Mahakal song prepared by Padma Shri singer Kailash Kher was released yesterday. The Prime Minister will release this song on the inaugural day. The Mahakal temple premises at Ujjain are being expanded around 20 hectares. After the completion of a work, the Mahakal corridor will be 4 times bigger than the Kashi Vishwanath corridor in Uttar Pradesh. Sculptures and murals related to Lord Shiva, Goddess Sati and other religious tales have been made in Mahakal Lok. Devotees will be able to listen to the story of each mural by scanning them. The country's first night garden has also been built in the Mahakal corridor. A local holiday has been announced in the entire Ujjain district on the inauguration day of Sri Mahakal Lok. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate a conference of superintendents of police SPs at Dergaon in Assam today evening. Along with SPs from across the state, other senior cops are also taking part in the 2-day conference. The Home Minister will also witness the motorcycle show and physical exercises to be presented by the Assam police teams. He will also inaugurate the convention centre where the conference is going to be held. The two-day conference is likely to hold discussion on present law and order situation of the state, people's friendly measures, among other issues. The Home Minister will also attend the North-Eastern Council meet in Guwahati this morning. The Election Commission has barred both the groups led by former Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and State Chief Minister Eknath Shinde from using the party name Shiv Sena in the upcoming Andheri East by-elections until the final determination of the dispute in the matter. The Commission has issued an interim order to place both the rival groups on even keel and to protect their rights and interests. It said neither of the two groups shall be permitted to use the symbol bow and arrow reserved for Shiv Sena. The Commission said both the groups shall be known by such names as they may choose for their respective groups, including, if they so desire, linkage with their parent party, Shiv Sena. It added, both the groups shall also be allotted such different symbols as they may choose from the list of free symbols notified by the Election Commission for the purposes of the current by-elections. In its interim order, the Election Commission has directed both the groups to furnish the names and symbols by 1 p.m. on Monday, by which they may be recognized, and give 3 options in order of preference, any one of which can be approved by the Commission.
The External Affairs Ministry has said all serious and conscientious members of the global community have a role and responsibility to call out international terrorism, especially of a cross-border nature. Ministry spokesperson Arinder Bagchi said this in response to media queries on comments regarding Jammu and Kashmir during the recent joint press conference of the foreign ministers of Germany and Pakistan. He said Jammu and Kashmir has borne the brunt of such a terrorist campaign for decades, and this continues till now. He pointed out that foreign nationals have been victims there as also in other parts of India. He added that the UN Security Council and FATF are still pursuing Pakistan-based terrorists involved in the horrific 26/11 Mumbai attacks. The spokesperson said when states do not recognize such dangers, either because of self-interest or indifference, they undermine the cause of peace and do not promote it. He further said that they also do grave injustice to the victims of terrorism. In Morning Matters, now let us listen to a discussion on Indian Air Force Touch the Sky with Glory. The participants are Air Marshal Retired Anil Chopra and Dinakar Perry, journalist.
The Air Force has come a long way in these 90 years, and in the last few years has taken a transformative leap in terms of technology, in terms of force, modernization on various fronts. So just to quickly go through the various facets and where the Air Force stands today going forward. Sir, can you just encapsulate where are we and what is it going forward for the Indian Air Force?
The first time parade is outside Delhi. Prime Minister Modi's intention is to move away from Delhi, the center of power, take it more closer to the people, the masses, so that they can get to. And idea is also to infuse the young people. Recently, we have introduced the Agniveer, Agnipath schemes, and this is surely going to make an impact on the general public, and more people would want to join. A huge thrust currently being done by the government of India for indigenization. You all know that in Ukraine war, we have seen the lessons are that the wars are not short and swift. There is a need for weapons stocking. There are logistic chains issues. And therefore, every country is now realizing that ultimately you must have Atmanirbharta, you must have indigenization. Make in India is the thrust. And I'm very happy to say that on most grounds, as far as aviation is concerned, whether they are fighter aircraft, helicopters, missiles, on all areas, our defense production ecosystem is getting into place, and we are building in large numbers. 68% of the capital budget of the country's defense budget is actually going into the Indian industry.
Sir, on that note, it was about the Agniveers, the Agnipath scheme and the induction of the Agniveers, which the first batch is going to join the Indian Air Force for training in this December, in the 2 months from now. How do you see, for the Air Force being a tech-intensive force, what are going to be the challenges in assimilating the Agniveers and kind of putting them, exploiting them the right way possible?
Change is the only constant. It is important that we must change with times. Technologies have come in. Young people are so much more smarter. So the young people are very sharp. We're going to pick them up. Young, it's a fallacy. These old-timers, some of the old veterans continue to get a feeling that it takes 4 years to train. It doesn't take that much time. There is something called just-in-time training. We will just train them in the immediately important thing. They will join us first time in December. They will physically join the armed forces, the Air Force. They they will join in June, July next year. 6 months of training. They will be given certain amount of military training, which of course is very important, etc. But they will be taught the things that they will start operating with immediately. Mind you, the boys and girls who are going to come, they will be fit enough to operate, go to the aircraft, touch the aircraft, servicing of the aircraft. And I believe strongly that the youth of this country are phenomenal and they're going to fit in well.
Sir, on the modernization or the evolution part, there was a new camouflage unveiled for the Indian Air Force, the combat uniform. So it's a digital camouflage, the Air Force called it. So what is the need for it and necessity for bringing in a new camouflage?
Indian Air Force, if you see, our aircraft are mostly grey colored and they are matte finished. So we find that this is going to be a good camouflage uniform. Our case, only people who cross the border are the pilots and the air crew. So they, of course, have got a different overalls which they'll wear. But the rest of the crew do not cross the border, but they, of course, take direct part in operations. And this camouflage is going to work well within typical airbase colors. Air bases have got grey tarmacs, grey runways, grey colored buildings. So in that, camouflage scheme is going to look good, and I think that's a very positive change.
So we now have the second CDS has taken charge, and Air Force Chief again had made a statement that there are certain reservations. There are 4 theatre commands, but there are certain reservations on the doctrinal aspects of the force. So what would be the midway to go forward on this?
We have to look at the theatre commands with an open mind. Indian Air Force's reservations are very, very clearly understood. Jointness is very important. We want jointness, but the state of most of Indian Air Force's assets are strategic. They are multi-role. They have to be used for offensive. They have to be used for defense. We can switch roles. Morning sortie can be same aircraft for offensive. The evening sortie can be for defensive. So there are reservations. The people who take decision, I think everybody needs to sit down together and coolly maybe take an incremental approach. Let's make small steps instead of going whole hog and then messing up the operational capability of all the services. Surely jointness is required. There is need for integration, but it has to be done by taking everybody on board, which the Air Chief mentioned.
Thank you very much, Air Marshal Chopra.
Thank you.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to embark on a 3-day visit to Gujarat from today to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth over 14,500 crore rupees. PM to declare Modhera as India's first 24/7 solar-powered village. Election Commission freezes Shiv Sena's bow and arrow symbol, asks Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray camps to choose new symbol. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to inaugurate a conference of superintendents of police at Dergaon in Assam this evening. IMD warns of heavy rain in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and East Rajasthan during the next 2 days. Eid Milad-un-Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, is being celebrated today. India's leading queuist Pankaj Advani wins gold medal at IBSF World Billiards Championship in Kuala Lumpur. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in second ODI in Ranchi this afternoon. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
क्या आप वरिष्ठ नागरिक हैं? क्या आपके मन में सेहत, आर्थिक, सामाजिक या भावनात्मक मुद्दों से जुड़ा कोई सवाल है? आकाशवाणी आपके लिए लेकर आया है कार्यक्रम एक कदम और बुजुर्गों के लिए, हर रविवार रात 9:30 बजे FM गोल्ड पर। आप अपने सवाल हमें व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर भेज सकते हैं या इस पते पर ईमेल कर सकते हैं एक कदम और airnews@gmail.com।
Welcome back to the morning news on All India Radio. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence DRI has informed that it has seized cocaine worth over 502 crore rupees from a container carrying fruits at Nhava Sheva port near Mumbai. This is one of the largest seizures of cocaine attempted to be smuggled through sea containers in the recent past. According to an official statement issued by DRI yesterday, based on specific intelligence developed by DRI Mumbai Zonal Unit, a container carrying pears and green apples being imported from South Africa was intercepted at Nhava Sheva port on the 6th of October 2022. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence DRI Mumbai Zonal Unit has also informed that it has seized 665 animals of many exotic species in an import consignment from Air Cargo Complex Mumbai. The DRI informed that this is one of the biggest seizures of rare and exotic wildlife species in Mumbai. Based on intelligence input, the Mumbai Zonal Unit of the DRI intercepted the consignment on 6th October after it arrived at the Air Cargo Complex.
Eid Milad-un-Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, is being celebrated with religious fervour in various parts of the country today. Milad Mehfils and Sirat conferences will be held, highlighting the life and teachings of Prophet Muhammad. Milad processions are also being organized to mark the occasion. In Delhi, the main procession will be taken out in the walled city, which will culminate at Jama Masjid after passing through the traditional route. Elaborate security arrangements have been made for the occasion. Eid Miladun-Nabi is being celebrated in the Kashmir Valley with religious fervour and gaiety, and the people are thronging the masjids to offer special prayers. This festival holds great social and religious relevance for the Muslim community across the world. We have more from our Srinagar correspondent.
Eid Miladun-Nabi, birthday anniversary of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is being celebrated across Kashmir Valley with religious fervour, with night-long prayers held at various masjids, with the biggest congregation at Hazratbal in Srinagar city. Large number of devotees are offering special prayers and have a glimpse of the holy relic of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam at Hazratbal shrine. Such prayers are also being held at Janab Sahab Sora, Asar Sharif Kailashpura in Srinagar, and other masjids across Kashmir Valley. Jammu and Kashmir Waqf Board has made all the necessary arrangements at the masjids and shrines, including Hazratbal shrine, for the devotees. Divisional Administration Kashmir has also made elaborate arrangements at Hazratbal and other shrines across Kashmir for the convenience of the devotees. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha has greeted the people of Jammu and Kashmir on the eve of auspicious occasion of Eid Miladun-Nabi. In a message, he has conveyed his greetings and good wishes to the people. He said that the Holy Prophet has showed us the path of compassion, love and righteous living, and hoped that his teachings of universal love and compassion guide each one of us to live in harmony and unity and bring peace, prosperity and happiness to all. Sunil Kohl, AR News, Srinagar.
President Draupadi Murmu has greeted the nation on the occasion of Eid-e-Milad or Milad-un-Nabi. In her message on the eve of Milad-un-Nabi, the President said Prophet Muhammad gave the message of kindness, simplicity and service to humanity to the world. She said his message inspires everyone to move forward on the path of harmony and fraternity. She hoped that people get inspired by the life of Hazrat Muhammad and take the pledge to continue striving for the progress of the country by living in mutual harmony. In his message, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar hoped that the eternal message of the Holy Prophet instill virtues of piety, empathy and universal brotherhood in the people and guide humanity on a righteous path of compassion, universal peace and harmony.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with a series, Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashvani Ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of cinema, journey of Malayalam and Kannada films.
The first Malayalam film, Vikatakumaran, was made in 1930 and the first talkie was Balan, released in 1938. But active Malayalam film production did not take place until the second half of the 20th century. Malayalam cinema has always been content-driven and very political in nature, and it has a thriving parallel cinema too. Filmmakers like Ramu Karyat, B. Bhaskaran, A. Vincent, P. N. Menon, Aravindan, K. S. Sethumadhavan, Adur Gopalakrishnan, I. V. Sasi, Joshi, P. G. Vishwambharan, K. P. Kumaran, Padmarajan, Bharatan, Fazil and Priyadarshan lifted the caliber of Malayalam films to international levels. M. T. Vasudevan Nair wrote stunning screenplays. Bharati thrilled the audiences with their acting skills. Prem Nazir holds the Guinness World Records for playing the lead role in a record 520 films. Composers like Dakshinamurti, G. Devarajan, Salil Chaudhary and Ilayaraja gave mellifluous music. Film Sati Sulochana, directed by Y.V. Rao, was the first talkie film in the Kannada language. Rajkumar, Vishnuvardhan and Ambarish are collectively known as Kannada cinema's triumvirate.
ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಾ ತಂಗಾಳೆಯಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಆನಂದವ ನೀಡುವೆ ಒಂದಾಗುವೆ ಬೆಳದಿಂಗಳಾಗಿ ಬಾ.
Shankar Nag, Anant Nag, Prabhakar, Ravi Chandran, Shiv Rajkumar, Yash Darshan, Puneet Rajkumar, Rakshit Shetty and Sudeepa and actresses like B.S. Saroja Devi, Jayanti, Aarti were some of the stars of Kannada cinema. B.R. Pantulu, Puttana Kanagal were notable mainstream directors. Kannada cinema majorly contributed to the parallel cinema movement of India. Directors like Girish Kasaravalli, Girish Karnad, G.V. Iyer, T.S. Nagabharana and P.V. Karant were popular names in the movement. Yash starrer KGF series directed by Prashant Neel created history by becoming a pan-Indian film-breaking box office records. Kannada cinema is reported to have 8% market share in the gross domestic box office collections for the period January to July 2022, making it the fourth biggest Indian film industry. In tomorrow's concluding episode of the film series, we will tell you the story of the films made in the rest of India other than the big industries.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath can be accessed on AIR News Alerts on Twitter, AIR News on AIR official YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune into All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat Akashwani ke saath. Maharshi Valmiki Jayanti is being celebrated today. It is observed as the birth anniversary of sage poet Maharshi Valmiki. He is credited with writing the Ramayana. Several functions are being organized across the country to mark the day.
Going over to sports now. Billiards. India's leading queuist Pankaj Advani has claimed his 25th gold medal on the world stage, winning the 2022 IBSF World Billiard Championship in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. He outclassed compatriot Saurabh Kothari 4-0 in a one-sided final to defend the title for the fifth time in a row. In cricket, India will take on South Africa in the second ODI in Ranchi today. The match will start at 1:30 p.m. India is looking to tie the series after suffering a narrow defeat in the first match. Washington Sundar, the off-spinning all-rounder, has been named as a replacement for Deepak Chahar for the last two one-day internationals against South Africa. Chahar is suffering from a back injury. Chahar's potential injury comes as another blow to Team India as it prepares for the T20 World Cup, as the pacer is among the 4 players in the standby list for the tournament. The right-arm fast bowler is in the race to replace Jasprit Bumrah in the Indian squad at the World Cup in Australia, who was ruled out with a back injury last week.
Indian weightlifter Harshada Garud, a reigning junior world champion, won a bronze medal in the women's 45 kg category at the Asian Weightlifting Championships 2022 in Manama, Bahrain yesterday. Harshada Garud lifted 68 kg in snatch and followed it up with the best effort of 84 kg in clean and jerk for a combined total of 152 kg. The 18-year-old Indian weightlifter was tied with the Philippines' Rose Ramos on 152 kg but won the medal as she had a better snatch lift of 68 kg, for which she was awarded a bronze in the section. At the 36th National Games in Gujarat, Tokyo Olympian Srihari Nataraj won the men's 100-meter freestyle swimming event to claim his 6th gold medal. Competing at the Sardar Patel Aquatics Complex in Rajkot, Srihari Nataraj, representing Karnataka, clocked 50.41 seconds, a new National Games record to add to his medals haul.
IMD has warned of heavy rain in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and East Rajasthan during next 2 days. Light to moderate intensity rain is likely to occur over and adjoining areas of entire Delhi and NCR. Rainfall activity will also enhance in Tamil Nadu and Rayalaseema during the next 4 days and over coastal Andhra Pradesh during the next 2 days. Rainfall is also predicted in Gujarat region, Madhya Maharashtra, Karnataka and Kerala. Talking to AIR News, a senior scientist in the IMD, Dr. R.K. Jenamani said,
अभी जो लेटेस्ट है दिल्ली में आइसोलेटेड हेवी रेनफॉल हुआ है वे 5:30 तक जो है 73 मिलीमीटर हुआ है और हरियाणा उत्तर प्रदेश में भी आइसोलेटेड हेवी रिपोर्ट हुआ है, राजस्थान में भी। लेकिन अभी जो वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंस है धीरे धीरे पूर्व की ओर जा रहा है, तो इसीलिए जो रेनफॉल दिल्ली में है काफी रिड्यूस होगा। आज कल से रेन नहीं रहेगा। मेनली वार्निंग जो है उत्तराखंड और उत्तर प्रदेश के लिए ऑरेंज कलर है आज के लिए।
Now let's have a look at the weather forecast across the country today. National capital Delhi will have a gently cloudy sky with moderate to heavy rain. Minimum temperature was 21 degrees Celsius and maximum temperature will be around 24 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius and maximum will hover around 30 degrees. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature was 27 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 35 degrees. Chennai will have a thunderstorm with rain. Minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 30 degrees. Srinagar and Jammu will have a mainly clear sky. Muzaffarabad will have a mainly clear sky. Leh and Gilgit will have a mainly clear sky. In the south, Hyderabad will have generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Bengaluru will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Tiruvananthapuram will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And in the northeast, Guwahati will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now, an overview of today's newspapers. In a first initiative by Air Force since independence, RAF gets new branch for weapon systems for officers, writes in the Sun Times. Quoting the Air Chief, the paper adds, planning to induct women Agniveers from next year. Shinde Udhav loose bow arrow, says Sunday Pioneer, as the Election Commission freezes Sena symbol and the use of the name Shiv Sena. The Sunday Tribune mentions about the Election Commission proposing one candidate, one seat to the government on only one constituency to be allowed to a candidate in a particular election. As a moral duty to provide energy at affordable rates to consumers, India will continue to buy oil from any country, the Economic Times quotes the oil minister. To set uniform safety standards, testing of electric vehicles to begin from 1st April, reports the Indian Express. And finally, the Times of India cites the decision of the Delhi government to strengthen the fleet of public buses under the headline 2040 e-buses for DTC to get 4,200 in 3 years to run in densely populated areas too.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to embark on a 3-day visit to Gujarat from today to dedicate and lay foundation stone of projects worth over 14,500 crore rupees. PM to declare Modhera as India's first 24/7 solar-powered village. Election Commission freezes Shiv Sena's bow and arrow symbol, asks Eknath Shinde and Uddhav Thackeray camps to choose new symbol. Union Home Minister Amit Shah to inaugurate a conference of superintendents of police at Dergaon in Assam this evening. IMD warns of heavy rain in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh and East Rajasthan during next 2 days. Eid Miladun-Nabi, the birthday of Prophet Hazrat Muhammad, is being celebrated today. India's leading queuist Pankaj Advani wins gold medal at IBSF World Billiards Championship in Kuala Lumpur. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in second ODI in Ranchi this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.